the ohone say, yeah, Brako fi pages say mimbusa say. What is the purpose? Send your kind of brofonia in your blending. What is your purpose of launching and implementing the Save Ghana Fund in NRA? Oh yeah, you know. Now, how is that implementation going to impact the development of all our 275 constituencies in Ghana? Nipa bebre nte ehwasem. Wadaruma. Nana Kwame Bediako edahoma.
That's it. So first of all, Save Ghana Fund is a fund that I decided say may introduce you our Ghana maimuha. Na amame timi edi asesa the perception that people have for politics. Yeah, politics no. Our Ghana, everybody believes a politician is supposed to pay you money.
Sorry to interject, Mr. President, today. You have an echo from your background. If a connecting phone is there, you're more far away from where you are, or the person has to be in a different room.
Okay, then let me sort it out. Put it on do not disturb, and yes. Mpachosi say BBI okay.
Okay.
Enti wusha yebeko ye chi 100 years ini. Yesha say ye edikanfo asem ewo ye manmu leadership in our country of the unions in the country to gain our freedom. What he actually took from the nation was the human resources. Apart from him, there is not one leader that has come to Ghana or has become a president. Wama omana nkasa edi omwa sika kakra omwo edi atai na chi se mo amun donate na mo fami nsi ho enye me president. Obi aba or the either say aban sika anase or the other nation anase obi a ofiri abrochire and odi sika ebe mano foreign entities no ma bre ebia obi 50 million almost fire politics we are now the one my concession or gold concession or oil concession anase obi a otia konya so dada na state sika wono na odi aye politics na otua obia say we munji sika we na vote mame we nji sika we na vote mame we nji sika we na vote mame na sadi ya happen wo Ghana so sha aye papa ya oba be ye president no onu na wa corruption asia onu wo sha asia ma bribe so obeto ama no obedi president ni minister no so sa no so be ya onu so de ba be di minister no so di wi a work na what in the office no sa no so be ya onu so de ba be ye contracts ama nkrofo no so di sika sa enti e bada wa be si public servant asama mpesa me kan say sa na e pese ebu ya man ana say eyesika ena ya nkasa ye de be me man ya manfo na ya bribe omo no mato amaye ne ye wi a ya san wi a ye ho ana na mumie nko ne nkohwe broni ni nso a ono introduce to democracy no how that broni is demonstrating democracy. Donald Trump is a billionaire. There was the rebels and all different Americans and Europeans. Some of them are extremely successful before they come into politics. But they always go to the public and raise funds from the public. Because to manage a country, to build a nation, is not a one man's job. It is the nation's responsibility. To choose a president, it is not a government's responsibility in a parliamentary form. It is the nation's decision by their thumb and by their decision. So why don't we, Ghanaians and Africans, start to use the same nation to be the ones that invest and commit, whether it's 50 cents or 1 cedi, whatever money that they can put into or donate into whatever leader that they believe say, me future can come from this person. I like his vision. I like where he's going. I want to invest my 1 cedi or my 10 cedis. You see, it's not the 1 cedi or the 10 cedis or the 100 cedis. It's the fact that you have been able to commit to put something into that person. Even if it's a year later, and it's 1 cedi krana, you want to find the results. That what did my 1 cedi that I put in this man, what did it become? Did he lose? Did he win? And if he won, is he doing what he said? You see, this is the beginning of accountability and responsibility. That is one. And that is why I introduced this. I am reversing the cycle of political chronicles and principles that falls under the governance of democratic constitution, which is embedded on us as Africans, and comparing it to what they're doing in Europe and America. And I'm saying that let's reverse it. So the Save Ghana is me asking Ghanaians, say, Mumbuame, and let's save Ghana. So we don't bribe the people anymore. Let the people genuinely support us. That is one. Now, this fund is transparent, it's visible, and it's accessible. You can see what money that has gone there today and tomorrow. You can see if we decide to move the money to do anything else and what is going into. And I believe that if we are looking for a leader, we should start coaching our own leaders that we want to choose and put them in a position where they can become responsible and accountable. That 1 cedi, that 100 cedis, that 500 cedis, that is going to come and amount to whatever millions or thousands is the beginning for you to confirm that if truly I'm accountable for money and if I'm responsible for money. And of course, I know that I've worked so hard to get to this far, and I have thought so hard to have moved my small destiny into a destination where an empire is being built. But these are some of the rules and the disciplines that I had to go through to get here. You know, making sure that I am accountable for whatever finances that I'm holding and controlling. I want to be able to use this opportunity to prove to the Ghanaians that if you go back into the records of our governance, you're going to realize that all the presidents that we have chosen in our past did not know how to make money or manage the money, but they knew how to spend the budget. So there's a big difference. If you want someone to spend the budget, it's very easy. You don't need to go to school to even do that. You don't need to be blessed to do that. It's just spending. But if you want to use the budget to become investment that brings you returns, and then you spread it properly so it reaches the masses and not those who want, but those who need, then this is the way. Responsibility and accountability for whatever funds that is in your hands. So that is the one main reason why I launched this funding. The second thing is the 275 district tour that we're about to do. It's going to be a big campaign and a very historic one. And we're going to have access to the most of Ghanaians. We're going to meet them, but I can't also just go by waving my hands and giving them speeches. Some of the places, when we get there, we have to pay for chairs to furnish classrooms. Some of the places you realize that it's only 50,000 cedis that you need to put a borehole for them to get water to drink and bath. You know, some of the places you put money in GTRPU. Some of the places you put money in assembly. You support Ghana. So I want to be able to also use some of this funding to support even farmers that need like the cheapest processing plant. I want to be able to do these things through my campaign and not wait till I become a president before I say I will take state funds. I think that your 1 cedi, my 1 cedi, and all our cities coming together will give us a great sense of raising money ourselves and not depending on the world to give us money before we do anything. I really believe that this is a great strategy that will help change the mentality of how our politics is structured and how the funds behind the politics is also arranged. We don't have to rely on the foreign influence, and we don't have to rely on the richest people in the country to give us millions to campaign, so we give back contracts to them. I want all of that to change because I want the average person to become a labor force in Ghana. So the jobs can move from low income and they will come to middle income. As we speak, you will see even my policies is working towards the idea of this same funding that I'm introducing, how to raise people to get them there. And so this is the reason. Thank you very much. It needed a bit more explanation before people can get a clearer picture. And I don't think, say, maybe I may do nothing and maybe people will be one CD and if 5 cities now be put together, say me could, you know, nyankopon hira me ama no maybe crowd ama me crowd no mintimi ebi o ha mintimi fa me sanka yet. I'm thinking of how maybe I can turn that to money and also help other people with. And I think Ghanaians should join hands with me and let's prove to ourselves that we can do it by ourselves and not by other people who are not within us. Si ebetime siya maya, ebetime siya leadership ni nyina efri ya ho. Nti anamo ametu no eno ano no.
Nana Kwame, yadase na obi babusa say, how do I contribute? Ebe na obi peso contribute here and na yepe more information. Ehini yebetimi yako na yetimi yako nya access to these fundings and na safe Ghana funding campaign ya wadaruma.
Pacho pa say asama obi sami ehia pa e say yetimi promote side way more. Uhwe Mr. Page say chikra na ebi me hu se picture no wona chi. I see the future is in your hands. Donate. Into ubeko www.nkb.com.gh. Wait me ayo ho. Na and short code nso e wo ho no. *887 *2024 hash. Now question is omo abrecha ometime use short code we are.
For foreigners, has to be the website.
Foreign the better website. Now, I don't know New Force website and so Omuntiminyo.
So, what can New Force website is going to take you to NQB?
Okay.
You go to New Force.
Okay. Inti no more Ghana nyinano. Ombetimi aye straight from the short code. Munso amo abrochire amo pese mu use visa na bibia no so. Obetimi use website no na ukwa options no ho upese udin e show a no wa press umpese udin so be show a no waka
sika bia repeat short code ni bio ebi mu busa say repeat it wadaroma because I think say here nko for pa
but your short code ni *887 *2024 hash *887 *2024 hash.
Nana, yeah, that's it. Yenya Joyce Deep Sea, ebusa question bia, or mammy trotto was say, me busa say. Okasa Cecilia no can womb about coaching leaders. A walk Ghana. What Roma, before I'll be running to politics, you know. Yenina Tiudin, Cheddar de Jataba, Cheddar Biezu, Cheddar Bia Jumawe, coalesce group of companies. Now we rap politics. Now, you share educational system a walk Ghana. I will mention about coaching leadership, which clearly it does not build us to become even billionaires. And to be question, you say, what educational reforms and our vision, the vision for Ghanaians for us to build billionaires, even trillionaires and whatsoever. You baba be chen wo say you to abanema wa e dia de na be ya boa ma ene yetimi de sa educational reform no as curtailing unemployment, lack of self-confidence and self-reliance, you know, what that Roma.
Me that was it. Education there, and no crowd de unina, me no papa nyina be catch say it has no end. Ubetima ko schools open crowd be 70 years nyina na uko. One share die be my degree, ebia the next day na wu asa ko heaven. And so no you do her degree near different. Nti me free say adia yesua no ya channel ko sites bia and Cheddar fa the traditional culture we live by. Yete Ghana no ye din duane a is unprocessed. Yakoto ba ira yetu ofoma ne akoto. Yakoto body a yete ya no na from a foam straight na yato na yedi. Enti uba education sector ube say it's because we're lacking some industrial knowledge. 1. 2 is because we're lacking some entrepreneurial skills. And 3 is because we don't educate our children with leadership skills. Tisa norma miensa we no say ni o educational curriculum moi. One share a normal bebra usua na be chew and poor because you just need to reach the target that the class is giving you. Na no mu no ohwema obehu se a normal usua wo school bebre ene si ebisawa unkai. Wadam fukra na one net class no kai na nim chen. Book na o read this the cultural ho exams no. Enti me free say a normal bebre e wo yaman mu a is westernized. And it's not suitable for us. And Drachi as a BBC, na me share video be me send the command me rimpo. I will be a Chinese near Oko school. Adi awoye. Much stability. Much how to just osana no much how to obey machines. What I say how obe managing no ma ondi teno. Omuye bebre just omu school no and normal just balancing then this a lot. Ushe abrochire kra mukra if so more educational we no kra no ebia enti say dia Ghana ni free Ghana kwa abrochire onim so onimade chen abrochire ni but practical no no he's ahead of you. The practicality odi 14 e amana ye ne first adwuma when your part-time job or trainee wa sha say you responsible wo hu nia £50 ye Ghana need you did 25 na still how me to your school fees. Ubedi 28 baby you know afi na now compare juma. Masa 28 you know you are halfway through your life. Na da be na be pay juma enye sika abehwe o mama a ono so hwe o 28 na 30 no. Enti be dey me free say uhwema obesere keke say why are we tolerating these things? We're supposed to teach our children how to become entrepreneurs, to be thinkers. We're supposed to teach them leadership skills. And leadership is about relationship management. How you manage people around you. How you manage everything that is around you for you to be the one that everyone that is around you will look up to. Now, you do go school for 30 years, not everyone around you ends up looking down on you. What was the value? What was the investment? And we need the leadership skills. And I want to put it back into our education. I want to put entrepreneurial into our education. Say, yes, university, we are now a juma. You can be a businessman before you leave university. Zuckerberg was a business guy before he left Harvard. In fact, Ojai Harvard to concentrate on the business. Today, he's one of the richest people in the world. And we're lacking the real education in our system. But again, I think that there is a template that is an old school template that the current political platforms are still using, and they're repeating it. And every